Kwam. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. And this is another quick news and prophecy. The focus is the prophetic signs and the omens that the Lord is showing us that signify that the end of all things is at hand. Okay? Pulling this back up. This word omen, the definition reads, it says a phenomenon supposed to portend good or evil, a prophetic sign. All right, definition 3 here says an occurrence supposed to portend or show the character of some future event. Any indication or action regarded as a foreshadowing. So this is what the Lord is doing for us in the spirit. All right, this is a foreshadowing of things to come. Any indication or action regarded as a foreshadowing, a foreboding, a presage, and it says in eagery, if I'm pronouncing that right. All right. But going back here to this article from americasfirstreport.com, it says, as World War III fears mount, the second blood moon perimeter eclipse will appear next week. All right, so we have a blood moon appearing on the night of the Pesach, which is this Thursday on March the 13th. All right, we have a blood moon coming in that evening. All right, it says, reading on here, it says there sure have been a lot of signs in the heavens lately. For example, less than a week ago, there was a very rare alignment of 7 other planets in our solar system, and we know that number 7 means completion. So we're approaching the time of the complete destruction of this man's kingdom. A very rare alignment of the 7 other planets in our solar system on the exact day of the argument in the Oval Office between President Trump and Vladimir Zelensky, which we know that was all, bread and circus, theatrics and shit like that. But as we said, the Lord is still dealing, things are still happening. All right. And matter of fact, before we read on, all right, just adding on to the point of those signs. All right. We had those 7 planets that aligned. And I was talking about this, last week about the major things that are going on in the heavens right now that once again add to the signs and the omens that the Lord is about to bring destruction. So, these 7 planets, we're seeing aligned across the world. This video is from 3 days ago, and they were making mention about this early in, I will say late January, about this alignment that was coming. So these things are not a coincidence. All right, this is the Lord, making moves through the Spirit. All right, once again, the signs and the omens. All right, Acts chapter 2. In verse 16, and it reads, it says, but this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel, which you read about this which was mentioned in the same account in Joel, the second chapter. All right, Acts 2:17, it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days. All right, we're in the last days of this man's kingdom, of his reign, of his rule. Right? It shall come to pass in the last days, saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall see dreams, shall dream dreams, right? So, we've been having, testimonies of dreams and epiphanies and, people, seeing the destruction and, the Lord coming back. All right. People have been given testimonies, and the Lord said that he was going to pour out his spirit upon all flesh. And that's literally all flesh. All right. People have been seeing visions of the end. All right. The destruction that's getting ready to play out in this time. Verse 18, it says, and on my servants and on my handmaids and on my handmaidens, I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. All right. Going back to the visions that have been seen by people all over the earth of the end of Yahushua coming back, the destruction of America. All right. Total chaos, playing out all over the world. All right. People have been given visions to see these things, Verse 19, it says, and I will show wonders in heaven above. See? And this is what we've seen with the 7 planetary alignment. That's been going on most of the month of January and February. I want to say the end of January and most of February. So this is the Lord. And I will show wonders in heaven above and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun should be turned into darkness and the moon into blood. Right? And the moon into blood. Right as we enter into the Pesach. And moon into blood before the great and notable day of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua comes. So these are the signs and omens before the great and notable day of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua comes upon this world. All right? The return of Hamashiach Yahushua with the host of heaven, nuclear war, World War III, the end of Babylon, Verse 21, it says, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, shall be saved. The point, verse 22. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Okay, so Peter was talking to the Israelites. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of the Most High among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves know. All right, the point. Let's go back. So reading on. It says that should have gotten a lot more attention than it did. Next week, we will witness a sign in the sky that I believe is more important. Could it be possible that God is trying to get our attention? And the answer is yes. It says, if so, the vast majority of the population does not seem to be listening. And that's how the Lord wanted it. All right. He didn't want everybody to listen. He didn't want everybody to get it. This is only for the elect. All right. It says at various times throughout human history, blood moon eclipses have been associated with war. See that? Blood moon eclipses have been associated with war. When I asked Google AI about this, I got the following response. It says a lunar eclipse during the siege of Constantinople in 1453 and a lunar eclipse in 413 BCE are examples of eclipses that influenced history and were associated with war. See, again, and those are the signs, right? 2 Ezra 9 and 5, it says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. See? And everyone that should be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. All right, that's the elect. all right, that were with Yahweh Shai from the beginning, those that were predestinated from the beginning of time, all right, to make it through the coming destruction. It says, verse 9, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. They that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. And this is what we're telling you people out there that refuse the hand of the Lord. All right, that took not heed of his reproof, like it tells you in Proverbs, the 1st chapter. All right, it talks about how our people despise the Lord's reproof, his instruction. For such in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and we're in that time of liberty and grace now, to repent, to turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know? And when it says, and when as yet as place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The point, the same must know it after death by pain. All right. So we're in a time of nuclear war, man. All right. It's going down closer than ever. Right. Armageddon alert. Donald Trump says monster nukes could be the end of the world and stark nuclear war warning over missile stockpiles.
We spend a lot of money on nuclear missiles, nuclear weapons. The level of destruction is beyond anything you can even imagine. It's just bad that everybody has to spend all this money on something that if it's used, it's probably the end of the world. They talk about the climate, and they talk about the dangers of the climate, but they don't talk about the dangers of a nuclear weapon, which could happen tomorrow. They say in 300 years, I watched Biden for years say the existential threat. He loved the term existential threat. Our greatest existential threat is from the climate. And I said, no. Well, the greatest is sitting in shelves in various countries called nuclear weapons that are big monsters that can blow your heads off for miles and miles and miles. And they never mention that.
Boom. Let's grab real quick Revelation 18. Again, you know, we're just focusing on the signs, the prophetic signs and the omens. Scriptures are speaking, man. Revelation 18 and verse 4 says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. All right. This is the voice of Yahweh Shai. All right. And that's when the elect are taken up into the chariots. All right. When they receive salvation, it says, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins and receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai have remembered her iniquities, man. So the Lord hasn't forgotten anything about Babylon, man. How this place was established off the blood of the saints. All right, the wickedness that's constantly perpetuated here, the wines and philosophies that have polluted and destroyed the earth. The Lord has remembered her iniquities, you know. Reward her even as she rewarded you. Double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. So this place is about to be double rewarded with destruction. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. All right, the pride. And that pride is going to be rewarded by the Most High. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she should be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judge of her. So like Trump was saying, hey, this can happen at any given day. Right? Let's add some more. All right, Salaki, before we even read that, let's read that one in Malachi. Right? Because all signs point to the end. And that's the point we're making here. All right, final admonition. It says, Malachi 4:1, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud. All right, as we just read in Revelation 18, this place, the spirit of this place, you know, is that this place would never be it would never fall, it would never be touched, it would never see a war. Right? And that pride is going to be rewarded by the Lord. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up. saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts, that it should neither leave them neither root or branch. So this is the end, man. That day that's going to come that shall burn them up. This is talking about nuclear war. This is what the prophet Malachi saw. He saw the end, right? Just as many as the other prophets did, you know. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and you shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, because the Lord is going to come and redeem his elect from this destruction. They're going to be covered. It says, and you shall tread down the wicked, for they should be ashes under the soles of your feet in that day that I shall do this, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts. You see that? So the Lord is getting ready to smoke this place, man. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, which I have commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel with statutes and judgments. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming and great and dreadful day of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which the Lord did. All right, Elijah came back twice as John the Baptist, and then he came back as Elder High Priest Abba Bivens. You see? During the 1960s. And that was before the great and dreadful day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So we're like we've been bringing out, we're living in that, we're in that third day right now, all right? The awakening, all right, the elect standing back upon their feet, and then now we're about to enter into that time of the coming destruction. Verse 6, it says, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to the fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. See, and Elijah did that when he came back as Elder High Priest Abba Bivens, all right? The acknowledgement of the 12 tribes. You know, who they are, where they located, the characteristics, all of that, you know? So we have that understanding. And this is why we are in that third day before the destruction takes place, man. You know? Let's add some more again, right? Just going back to that article, all right? Because something is about to happen, man, all right? This is from CNN.com. It says a disruptive effect. How slashing staff at Social Security Administration is sparking fears the system could collapse, right? Everything about this economy is tanking, man. Any given day. All right, it says millions of Americans could soon feel the impact of the deep staffing cuts being planned at the Social Security Administration, which is undergoing massive reorganization that the acting commissioner has acknowledged is being steered by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiencies, man. So as we've been bringing these lessons out, this Edomite has been firing everybody, man. Right? There's been a lot of stirring up within Esau's government, right? A lot of division. You know, people are angry, protesting against this man because he has full power, right? It says the loss of experienced employees who manage Social Security's fragile and interdependent web of computer systems will likely leave the agency vulnerable to technical outages and potentially interrupt the benefit payments that are sent to more than 73 million retirees, people with disabilities and others. Martin O'Malley, who served as commissioner under the Biden administration, told CNN. All right, so people are about to be hurt, and we told you, man. All right, that these benefits, hey, like we read in was the second Esdras, the 9th chapter. You know, you have received benefits and have not known me. So when the Lord takes these things away, all right, these benefits, these goodies, like the scriptures say that Israel was going to lament for the teats, man. So people are going to be totally finished, man. All right, when these things are taken away. All right, people are going to be in dire straits. It says the former Maryland governor predicted a meltdown could occur within 90 days, though other employees and experts were unsure of the timing, even as they agreed to the risk. So like, even though, I'm gonna read that again. So like it says, though the other employees and experts were unsure of the timing, even as they agreed, the risk exists. Right? It says everything they're doing is driving this agency to system collapse. O'Malley said Social Security's news management, it will lead to interruptions in service, and that will ultimately cascade into more frequent systems interruptions for the processing claims, ultimately leading to the system collapse and eventually the interruption of benefits. Right. So, hey, these benefits are going to get cut off. Right. Woe unto you who trust in Egypt, man, like the scriptures say. All right. So things are getting cut, man. America is going under. Right. Real quick, Zephaniah. All right, because you got this going on. You got the tariffs, which I'm going to pull that up too. Right, but I just want to read this real quick in Zephaniah. All right, Zephaniah 1 and 10, it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that there should be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and great crashing from the hill." So there's going to be an economic collapse. All right. This system is going down. They have to bring it down. Remember, they're ushering in this new world order under the guise of making America great again. All right, a new system has to be put in place. How you inhabitants of Mektesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. You see that? So everything that makes this economy afloat, if you will, is eventually going to fall, man. All right, the benefits are going to be cut, the Social Security, the SNAP, the food stamps, all right, the Medicaid, all these things are getting ready to cut down because as we just saw in this article, going back to Trump again, right, a lot of the resources and money is being funded for nuclear war. See? All roads lead to the end, right? Let's bring this up too. This is from News Target. It says Trump imposes new tariffs on agriculture imports. And who is this going to affect? The working class people, man. Okay? It's going to get more expensive. It's going to get even harder. President Donald Trump announced tariffs on external agriculture products starting April 2nd to protect domestic farmers and reducing the trade deficit in agriculture. The tariffs will target imported agriculture products such as fruit, vegetable, nuts, and tropical goods, potentially affecting up to 65% of inbound crop shipments. Right? That's more than half. These new tariffs could benefit U.S. domestic producers such as soybean oil, canola, and preventing competition from imports from countries like China and Canada. This is what they say, man. All right? But we know this is going to turn out for the worse. It says Trump has consistently emphasized tariffs as a key part of his economic agenda, signing an executive order to explore the creation of an external revenue service to focus on trade-related revenues. In addition to agriculture tariffs, Trump has imposed new tariffs on a range of goods from Mexico and Canada, as well as announced potential tariffs on other key imports, citing untrade practices and the need to protect American jobs and industries, man. So all of this is going to pretty much blow back on Babylon. All right? Let's see what this says right here.
Tariffs will make our country rich.
But won't they raise prices?
Properly used. Well, I didn't have any inflation, and I had massive tariffs on a lot of things. Tariffs, properly used, which we will do, and being reciprocal with other nations, but it'll make our country rich.
I love that. Reciprocity.
Yeah, so you heard he said, won't that raise the prices? And he kind of just, he dodged that, man. So, you know, this guy Trump has you people in that damn trick bag, man. All right? Shit is going to get way worse, man. All right? This whole talk of making this place great again is not going to happen, man. Right? But people are still, you know, taking the bait. Jeremiah 51 and 8, and it reads, it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. All right? So, hey, this the guy Trump is he's just selling you a dream. All right? It says, forsake her and let us go, everyone in his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So this place is about to get severely judged, man. All right? And all the signs are there, right? Quick one from the Epoch Times. Trump to receive report on assassination attempts next week. Hope to release it. All right. So, Ed, as we've been watching, you know, this guy, he's made mention about being taken out before. So you never know what could happen. But either or, whatever these elites have planned is going to pretty much turn America upside down. And this is what everybody's waiting on. All right. So, again, the signs of this economy shows us that this place is done. All right, the signs in the heavens, the nuclear war that's here, it's all there, man. You know? So we're going to continue to watch for these prophecies, man. Pray this quick lesson was edifying, and shalom to the next one. Shalom.